Hello, I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Bunnelby and Diggersby. In my opinion, probably one of the most horrifying Pokemon I've ever had to bestow my eyes upon. Its cry doesn't help matters either. I feel like the direction they were going for was kind of Bambi with Thumper, but they made it a little bit different, or they just subconsciously made it without thinking about it. Coincidence? Who knows? But we'll acknowledge it just for the small little Freudian Bambi slip, I guess. I'll highlight this just for the fact of it being different, and again, I kind of don't really have the highest expectations or find too much. Here's what it looks like if you don't Cave Story, but Cave Story is a pretty popular game from what I recall. I still haven't played it yet. I actually like one of the nicknames he's suggested here. So Easter, we'll just talk about this. It's a thing you see with quite a few rabbit Pokemon, and it's totally fine. There's not much extra to say about that. That one's not all that great. Dust Bunny, however, is actually pretty good. That's clever, and it plays off of its ground typing and the dirtiness about it. So I like that. Let's take a look. This is posted in October of 2015. We'll see if maybe we see that anywhere else on the internet prior to. But if this is something he actually came up with, I like it. I actually think that's a good nickname. I think that's probably going to be the highlight for the episode. Now, Thugs Bunny, I'm positive he didn't. He said it's a little common, but it works. Yeah, I'm like, I know that's not him because I've seen that like a million times in the past, and it's just a joke, and it's outside of it being just a joke, it's a joke outside of his realm. Like, this guy's very clearly a weeb, so making a joke in that category is not him. But Thugs Bunny I don't hate either. The joke is fine. Rabbity Mr. Bunsey is the most Tumblr idiot thing he's said. Like everything else, it's not like him at all. But that I 100% believe. I would put a gun to my head and say, yes, he came up with that 100%. There's no way he plagiarized those ones. Those are his own creation. Oh, and they're terrible. We did talk about Nesquik, I think it was for the Lopunny episode, and that was the one that I decided I liked best. And I want to say in that episode, that was also kind of along the lines of, I really don't feel comfortable with the idea of Nesquik being associated with Diggersby. Because you think of Nesquik as, ooh, yummy, tasty chocolate, and then you look at Diggersby as this disgusting, dirty fucking thing, and that just kind of ruins Nesquik for you. So it's an idea, but personally, I'd rather not draw that parallel and make that association. I understand you could make it in terms of Brown Rabbit, but there are more pleasant Pokemon out there that you could associate it with than this disgusting lump of shit. Mr. Sandman could work. I don't necessarily think it's the best choice for him because as far as I know, he doesn't have any sleep-based moves. But we do see this nickname every now and again. I personally use it for my Hypno. I gave credit to Prince Boo for that one because that was one he used in his Pokemon Red and Blue LP. And I mean, it's just going to be a common thing you're going to associate with sand Pokemon. And, you know, because we'll say Spider-Man, but I'm sure it's not the original. Or just the concept of Bring Me a Dream or whatever. Playboy is censored. Didn't know that. I remember people telling me Lopunny is actually based off the Playboy Bunny. Thank you for that. But, and I'm pretty sure I remember Playboy being a top choice for one of the nicknames for Lopunny prior to my knowledge of that. But, Playboy's censored, apparently. Didn't know. Weird how they can take inspiration from it and then say, no, you can't use that, though. That's kind of hypocritical. Peter Rabbit, Peter Cottontail, those are fine, but I think rather than doing that, you should firstly, if you're going to do Peter Rabbit, fit the whole fucking name in it. That'll work better, and I want to say Cottontail will work, but I'm pretty sure we've used this in the past. While we're on the subject, Bunny Foo-Foo is another fictional children's tale that you could derive for that, and honestly, I kind of don't necessarily hate the idea of Bunny Foo-Foo. I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing Popeye a bunch, and I didn't quite understand it. I didn't draw the connection, but now if it's a joke about the biceps and the ears, then like, okay, that's that. But I stand by the idea that there's better Pokemon out there you could use Popeye to. Like maybe Torchic or something for a Popeye's chicken, and then if you want to do a Popeye the Sailor Man, I mean, IMO, I'm always going to think Machop, mostly because of the Sailors in Pokemon Red and Blue having Machops on their team most of the time, but I mean, do with that what you will. Okay, we've reached the bottom. We didn't find too much. I didn't really expect to find too much. Actually, here's the surprising thing. We didn't find fucking Dust Bunny anywhere else. We didn't. Although there's one last place we didn't look, and it's here. Diggersby looks like similar to Curly from the... Okay, well, that was dumb. We don't have any comment suggestions, and that does bring everything to a close then. So, going over the highlights, Dust Bunny is the one that I seriously think is best. Where he got it from, I don't know, but it's the strongest nickname out of all of them. Easter is good. We see it's typical for most other rabbit-based Pokemon, and then Bunny Fufu, I kind of like that direction. Bunny Fufu, Peter Cottontail, whatever. If you want other ideas and suggestions, you're free to check out other rabbit-based Pokemon who we've covered already, Lopunny being one that comes to mind. Azumarill, I don't think really had shit in it, so I mean, you can look if you want to, but there wasn't really anything in there. And those are the only other rabbits I can remember off the top of my head. I don't have a personal choice. I've never nicknamed this. I didn't have anything written down in advance for it. There's no comment suggestions, so that's that. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. And yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised.